Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to Astrology with Georgie. In this video, we are going to be looking at the upcoming full moon in Taurus on Friday the 15th of November. You may already know what this means for you, but the actual full moon is taking place on Friday. You may be feeling the energy of it now. I'm recording this on Wednesday the 13th. Now, before we get into it, if you would like your own personal chart read, I do readings. Take a look at the information. You can email me, you can check out my website, or if you're not sure which reading is right for you, just drop me a message, drop me an email. That's absolutely fine. If you get some value from this video, please give it a thumbs up. We're trying to increase the algorithm. This channel is still very new. I'm trying to really branch it out. So if you do get value from this, please give it a thumbs up because that helps push it to those that need to see this video. And if you don't subscribe, then come and subscribe so you don't miss any future content. I'm also on TikTok as Georgie Ogden 444, so come and join me on there. And come and join me on Instagram. If you want to connect on Instagram, I am Georgie Ogden Astrology on Instagram as well. So hope to see you in those places. So, full moon in Taurus on Friday. Okay, so what is a full moon? A full moon is when the sun appears opposite the moon in the sky. The sun is illuminating the moon. It is a time of culmination. It's when we can be busy. It's the busiest time of the month because the energy is full. The moon is fully lit. Now, during full moons, we have realizations, we have light bulb moments, or we just have things happen. So things just happen to us. Things can be busier. For some of us, it's an ending. For some of us, it's the beginning, or something's happened that has started kind of 6 months previous at the new moon. So it's going to be different for everyone. And the specific full moon is happening at 23 degrees of Taurus. Now, in this chart, I can't get Aries to sit here if I move this onto 23 degrees, but the actual full moon is happening at 23 degrees, which makes it only 2 degrees away from Uranus. So this is an interesting full moon being so close to Uranus. Now, so the moon in Taurus, the moon is exalted in Taurus, okay? The moon loves being in Taurus. The moon is feminine. Venus that rules Taurus is also feminine. So the moon and Venus get on really, really well. The moon is stable in Taurus. Taurus is a stable earth sign. I'm just going to explain quickly, just briefly, the energy of kind of a Taurus full moon. Then we're going to get into the signs. So just hang tight. So Taurus is, like I said, is a stable earth sign. Taurus is a slow moving sign. It is the sign being Venusian, being ruled by Venus. It is the sign of comfort, of sensuality, of paying attention to your needs, your physical body. So Taurus is like the type of energy where you want to get under loads of blankets, you want to snuggle up with your favorite snacks. So under this full moon on Friday, you may feel like that's exactly what you want to do. You might not feel like, going out and partying. You might feel like you want to do something cozy. You want to go to the cinema with your favorite snacks. You want to stay at home. You want to cook your favorite meal. Maybe you want to hang out with your closest friends, because Venus does rule our social interactions, but Taurus is more in their cozy environment socializing than what Libra is. Libra is more kind of socializing with everyone. Taurus is like, I just want to be in my comfort zone. So whatever your comfort zone is to you, you may find that this week, and especially Friday when the full moon peaks, that you just want to be comfortable. You want to wear baggy clothes, you want to do a face mask, you want to do a hair mask, you want to pamper yourself, you want to go to the spa. Like I said, you want to cook your favorite food, eat some snacks, that kind of thing. These are all Taurus themes. So under a full moon in Taurus, you're going to be feeling more like you want to do those things. Now, Taurus also rules money. Okay. And now what's funny, I'm going to tell you a little story in a sec, but you may find that you are spending under this full moon. And the reason I say that is because Uranus is here. And this is something unexpected. So for a lot of you, you may find that you are having unexpected expenditures come up because Uranus is unexpected events, things we didn't see coming. It's the planet of shocks, surprises, rebellion as well. So depending on where this falls, this could be kind of you wanting to rebel against something. But it's just doing something out of the blue, spending money out of the blue that you didn't think you were going to spend, because Uranus brings surprises. Now, I want to really talk to you about this, and I'm going to tell you a story. So 6 months ago, we had the new moon in Taurus. Okay, so the new moon itself was at, I want to say, 18 degrees of Taurus, I think, off the top of my head. Uranus has always been hanging around this degree because it moves so slowly. Okay, so let's just say I think Uranus was at 23 and the full moon happened at, sorry, the new moon happened at 18. Now, the reason I'm explaining this is because if you kind of think back to 6 months ago, so this was the 8th of May. And for some of you may remember, we had a very significant planetary alignment around that time. And it was when Jupiter was here with Uranus, okay? So during that time, we had Jupiter conjunct Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So this, because obviously Jupiter takes 12 years to make this cycle, so it doesn't happen very often. And Uranus is the planet of unexpected things. So Jupiter and Uranus coming together saw us do something unexpected, depending on the house that Jupiter rules for you. Now, this happened to be close to the new moon. So the actual conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus took place on the, I'm getting my dates muddled up, on, I think so the conjunction took place on the 24th of April, and then the new moon happened a few days after that on the 8th of May. But basically, my point is the conjunction took place at 22 degrees of Taurus. Now, this full moon is happening at 23 degrees of Taurus. So it's right next to it. It's not the exact degree, but it's right next to it. So I want you to think back, bearing in mind that 6 months ago we had the new moon. So this was something would have happened around this time because of the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction and the new moon. What did you start 6 months ago? Or what did you finish? Or what did you do that was out of the blue 6 months ago? Because there could be some sort of pattern, some sort of correlation between what's going to happen now under this full moon. And the reason I say that, and I'm going to tell you this story. So this is a personal story, but it's so funny how astrology works out exactly. So 6 months ago, bearing in mind Jupiter rules my 6th house of work, because I have Sagittarius on my 6th house. Jupiter rules my 6th house of work. It came and met Uranus. The 6th house is your routines, it's your self-care, it's your physical body, it's your fitness, it's your diet, it's your health. So randomly, under that conjunction, 6 months ago, I quit my gym membership. Bearing in mind, I had been a member of the gym for 12 years. I randomly quit my gym membership and I was like, I'm just really uninspired. I'm going to start working out at home if I can be bothered. I quit the gym. So at the time, I was like, God, this is very impulsive of me. And it was like a real new chapter. And Jupiter rules my 6th house of my physical health and my routines and my self-care. Came to Uranus, I quit the gym, and it was around the new moon as well in Taurus, which I'm a Taurus sun, so this does equate to my physical body. Now, 6 months later, this week, as in yesterday, we're a few days out from the full moon, but yesterday, I very impulsively joined a very expensive gym membership, completely out of the blue. I just went to have a tour of a David Lloyd gym, and there and then signed up. I didn't actually plan to sign up. I just wanted to be nosy because this new gym has been built 2 minutes from my house, literally 2-minute walk from my house. Went to have a nosy, ended up signing up. Now, this is very out of character and very impulsive for me. I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing? I'm going to have to start selling feet pics on OnlyFans or something to pay for this. Jesus, Georgie. But a very impulsive behavior, a very just sudden expenditure, and then I'm thinking, what's going on? And then I realized full moon in Taurus. But 6 months ago, I had quit my gym membership. And now, because this full moon is happening again, it's around the same degrees next to Uranus in Taurus. We've got the culmination of this. It's like, okay, I had 6 months where I wasn't a gym member, and now I'm a gym member again. And it's something really impulsive because Uranus is here. Impulsive spending, Taurus rules money. And I just wanted to share that story because I just thought it was really funny. I may regret my decision, but we'll see. The patterns in astrology are wild. And the fact that this has happened around a similar degree, always pay attention to degrees. So what did you do 6 months ago? what did you start? What did you end? How did you rebel? Because this full moon may be part of that story. And please let me know in the comments if you can remember what it is. I know some of you won't remember if you're not, you know, religiously tracking stuff, but try and think back. Think, what did you quit? What did you do? What was rebellious? And look to where Sagittarius is in your chart, because Jupiter rules that, and Pisces, and that might give you a bit of a clue of actually what was it that I did around that time. And let me know in the comments. So this full moon is, yeah, it's a culmination. It's like what happened on the new moon is now like, oh, okay, things are changing, things are coming to light. Full moons in general, so they can be light bulb moments, they can be realizations. You can just feel busier. So whatever Taurus falls on your chart, you could just feel busier. But I am going to go into the signs. The general theme of this full moon is feeling cozy, feeling emotionally stable. Even though full moons, we can feel a bit more kind of wired under a full moon. I mean, I'm not sleeping great. I don't know about the rest of you guys. But generally emotions are stable, even though Uranus is here. So it could be kind of something unexpected happening, but emotionally we're feeling quite stable under this full moon because the moon is exalted. So the moon likes being here. And apart from, you know, the fact that it's Uranus, the full moon itself, you know, is being supported by Neptune, is a sextile to Neptune. So this is helping us feel compassionate, helping us kind of maybe do something in terms of the collective. It's also trining Pluto, so this is transformation. So again, we'll go on to this through the signs, but it's being well supported, the actual full moon itself. So I am going to run through the signs, and we will do a tarot card for each sign. Listen for your rising sign, as this will be most accurate. However, be sure to listen for your sun and your moon, as you will find at least one of those probably does relate as well. Like I said, let me know in the comments for each sign of you. Please let me know how this plays out for you, because it helps everybody learn as well. So I would appreciate that. So we are going to start with you, Aries. This full moon is happening in your second house of finances. Now, because Taurus rules money anyway, and obviously you guys have the natural zodiacal order, Taurus on the second house, this probably will be something financial for you. So this is a sudden expenditure. So suddenly spending money on something, suddenly having a bill could be possible. Like you're suddenly having to pay for something. It could be a change in your finances that's kind of out of the blue, a change in your resources. So yeah, just having to buy something, or having to borrow money, or having a realization about your finances could be a theme under this full moon for you guys. Now, we do want to look at where Venus is, because Venus is ruling this, and she's up here in your 10th house. So it could be that you are spending more time at work and making more money. It could be that you're getting a promotion. You're suddenly getting a promotion, and therefore your money's increasing. It could be that your public status is changing, and then so you're having a realization about what you need to spend money on. So for example, if you were to get married, suddenly you're going to have to spend money. If you're having a baby, suddenly you're spending money. So the 10th house is our status, our public status. And the full moon is trining Pluto in your 10th house. So for a lot of you, this will be career related. How are you moving forward in your career? What changes have you made, or are you making in your career, or how are you progressing? Because Venus moving through the 10th is about progressions, and it's about your goals, because it's Capricorn. So it's focusing on your goals, or actually just having a realization about, it could be a realization about your financial situation and having to focus on that in some sense. Okay. Sextile to Neptune in your 12th, maybe you are having to borrow money from a source that you don't know where it's coming from yet. Okay, because Neptune in the 12th is hidden things. So, but it's supporting you. So maybe you will come into some money from something behind closed doors at some point. But generally speaking, this is a realization about your finances, or a sudden spending of something. This could also be because the second house is our values and our personal possessions. It's also our self-esteem. So are you having a realization around your own self-worth? Are you having a realization around what it is that you value? Because Venus in Capricorn is like asking you to actually be more serious about what is important to you. So this could be tied to a realization about what is important to you, or your personal possessions. Maybe your personal possessions are have gone missing. Maybe you've lost something that belongs to you. It could just be something like that because of the Uranus element here. It's like something that you did not see coming to do with your finances. So do let me know in the comments, Aries, how you think this is manifesting for you. Like I said, it's, you know, the lead up to the full moon, we can already kind of see what this is going to be. So you may well already know. It could, for a lot of you, it's going to be a light bulb moment, like, I need to save this amount of money because of my financial goals. The card I get for you is the King of Fire. Wow. So this is saying that you can do it. Okay. We're going to read you the positive affirmation. King of Fire, spiritual influencer, creative, inspired leadership. When I am aligned with spirit, I am a powerful leader who inspires others. My mastery benefits others as I teach them directly at times and indirectly others, molding what they might aspire to. How can I be confident in my own abilities and visions without becoming rigid or closed off to new ideas? So it's basically telling you that you are capable of your goals, Venus and Capricorn, and not to doubt yourself, okay? Because you are capable, and you must align with spirit to manifest your own desires, Aries. Okay. I hope it goes well for you. Taurus and Taurus rising. This full moon is happening in your first house of yourself. This is about you. This is about your physical body. So like I just said, if you watch that first section of the video, you know, even kind of your physical body. Are you starting a new gym membership? Are you you know, starting a new health regime? This is about you and your identity and your physical body, and it's something out of the blue. Now, remember what I just said, because Uranus and Jupiter were here, what changed? What changed for you 6 months ago? And now you're having a realization around that, or you're having a similar theme come up. Now, the ruler of this for you, Taurus, is in your ninth house of your beliefs. So whatever you are realizing about yourself, it could be tied to your beliefs. Maybe your beliefs are changing. Maybe you're wanting to expand or do something adventurous under this full moon, something unexpected. You could be going on an unexpected trip. You could be spending money on an unexpected trip, okay? You could be deciding that you really want to learn something. You want to go back to school, or you could be publishing something that you've been working on. Have you been, you know, working on a project or studying something for a long time and now you're publishing it? But this element of surprise, it's like this element of something out of the blue, something rebellious, something random. And it could be anything because this is in your sign. So it's any aspects of your life. Are you doing something rebellious at work? Are you doing something? Are you going on a random adventure with, you know, your friends? Because Taurus is the sign of sociable. It's the sociable sign. And Uranus here is like, you are being rebellious. You are being individual and you are doing what you want. But Venus over in Capricorn in the ninth is like, how are your beliefs changing? How are you expanding your mind? What are you broadcasting? Maybe something that you've been working on, you're broadcasting, and it's because of something unexpected or something that just happened really quickly. The ninth house is also the law. So for a few of you, it could be something kind of law related. Now, but for a lot of you, it's going to be your physical body, your physical identity, and a realization about this, or wanting to make a change. Maybe you are wanting to make a change to your physical body, and Venus in the ninth house is connected to this. So it's like you're going on an adventure. You're meeting a teacher, you're meeting a guru, or you're going to, you know, make an acquaintance that's going to help you with this new beginning. You're just feeling perhaps a bit rebellious under this, I would say, Taurus, or feeling like you just want to move forward, because Uranus is innovative. It's forward thinking, forward motion. So maybe suddenly you're having this impulse to just move forward in some sense. Maybe you're revisiting your money goals with Venus in Capricorn. And because of that, you're thinking, right, I really need to push myself forward here in order to reach my money goals. Okay, so do let me know in the comments, Taurus, what you think this could be. You are getting support from Neptune in the 11th house of new groups, new organizations, joining groups, joining organizations. Pluto in the ninth is encouraging you to expand your mind. Neptune in the 11th is like helping you connect with the like-minded people in like some sort of organization or within friendships. And Pluto here is encouraging you to expand that mind. No way. I just pulled out the exact same card. The exact same card that Aries had, King of Fire. My God, maybe this card is for me. It keeps coming out. Well, we won't need to change the page then, guys. So King of Fire, spiritual influencer, creative, inspired leadership. When I'm aligned with spirit, I am a powerful leader who inspires others. My mastery benefits others as I teach them directly at times and indirectly at others, modeling what they might aspire to. Teaching, ninth house is teaching. So for some of you, this is going to be a new way that you're teaching. Okay, so you're pushing yourself in order to teach others for some of you. How can I be confident in my own abilities and vision without become rigid or closed off to new ideas? So Taurus, we know you don't like change, but you've got to expand your mind, be open to new ideas, and be confident in your vision and your abilities. So that is tying in, you know, Neptune in your 11th house of goals is helping you develop and follow your dreams in a compassionate way. So whatever your goals and dreams are to do with spirituality and to do with collective, Neptune in regards to this full moon is helping you get there. Okay. So I hope it goes well for you under this full moon. This obviously is in your sign, so you guys are going to feel this. Just let me know what happens. Gemini and Gemini rising, this full moon in Taurus is happening in your 12th house. Okay. So this is a house of things that we can't see. This is your subconscious mind. It's your mental health. So it's a realization or something happening in regards to something going on behind closed doors. So for some of you, this could be that you are finishing up a spiritual practice. So if you have been practicing meditation, practicing Reiki, practicing energy work, there's some element here to do with those topics, to do with energy healing. It could be that I'm trying to think what would have potentially happened for you 6 months ago when Jupiter was here, something unexpected. Jupiter was your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So maybe a relationship ended because the 12th house is endings. And maybe now you're having a realization about that relationship, or your goals towards relationships are changing in some sense. But for some of you, this is going to be how are your subconscious thoughts shifting? You may have an aha moment. Okay. Now the 12th house is your dream. So you're definitely going to probably be struggling to sleep under this full moon, guys. Sorry, not going to lie. Your dreams could be vivid. So pay attention to them. What are they trying to tell you? A change in your subconscious thoughts, a change in your energy, how things could be coming to the surface that have been hidden. The 12th house are hidden things, hidden enemies. Venus is sociable. And Venus is over here in the 8th house of transformation, but of secrets. Maybe people that have been plotting against you behind your back or talking about you behind your back, things are coming out. I know that sounds really dark. I don't mean to word it like that. Something that's been going on behind closed doors could come up at this time. That's a better way to word it. Now, with Venus in the 8th, this is your 2 psychic houses being activated here. So during this time, you could have more of an interest in astrology, in occult practices, in tarot. Things coming to light, suddenly or unexpectedly doing some form of energy healing, suddenly, unexpectedly doing some form of spiritual work. Now, the 12th house is ending. So this could be you finishing up some sort of financial issue. If you have joint resources with another person, they could suddenly come to an end. You could suddenly pay off a bill. You could suddenly pay off your debts under this, okay? Because it's money as well. So it's suddenly paying off your debts, or suddenly being, because Venus is a positive planet, so money could be coming to you suddenly, okay? But it's coming from a place where you didn't see it coming, something like that. 12th house, generally mental health, so realization about your mind. How have you been self-sabotaging? What is it that you still need to work on in terms of your own transformation still? Gemini, because I know you guys are mentally active. So what do you still need to do in terms of your own transformation? And you could be having a realization about this under this full moon, okay? Venus in the 8th is, yes, it's coming into other people's money. It is, because Venus is ruling this full moon, coming into other people's money. But because Venus is what we enjoy, it's having an interest in the topics. It's having an interest in the deep, dark, taboo subjects. But there is an element of endings here, of endings and beginnings. Okay, so let me know if you let me know if you think you know what that is. The full moon is being supported by Neptune in your 10th. Okay, so this is your public status. This is your career. So maybe your career, elements of your career are helping you in terms of your mental health. Pluto in your 8th is also assisting you with your own self-transformation around this time. Okay, and you know, for those of you that are working with energy, with meditation, with connecting to your higher self, Pluto in the 8th is helping you do this. Okay, now let's pull a card for you. You guys get the 8 of fire. We're getting a lot of fire cards. Well, we're getting all fire cards. 8 of fire. How interesting. This is a busy full moon for some of you. 8 of fire. Gathering momentum, celebrating swift changes, travel and transformation. Okay, well, the 12th house is also faraway places. So maybe some of you are traveling to faraway places in order to aid your own self-transformation in some sense. Momentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. I am traveling to new territories, and I'm eager to experience all that these lands have to offer. I've arrived at my destination, and now the adventure of discovery is energizing me. Okay, so if that resonates for you guys, take it, leave it if it doesn't. And I hope it goes well for you. Cancer and Cancer rising, you guys are having this full moon in Taurus in your 11th house. So this is a realization, a light bulb moment, or just busyness in this area. So for some of you, you could be joining a new organization. The 11th house is groups of people. It's the collective, it's large organizations. So for some of you, you're going to be randomly joining a large organization. For example, the story I told at the beginning, if you listen to that section of the video, I explained about how I've just joined a new David Lloyd gym. This is an organization, okay? I am a Cancer rising. And I joined it with my partner, and Venus rules this, and it's in the 7th house. I actually joined as part of his membership. So that's the connection there for me personally. So for some of you, it could be joining an organization. For others, you are going to make a new friend, because the 11th house is our friendship. So you're making new friendships, but it's going to be something out of the blue, something you didn't see coming. Maybe you suddenly meet a new friend. Maybe you meet up with somebody that's unusual in some sense. Maybe you're if you work in a large organization, obviously that this is part of this as well. So if you have, because Venus in the 7th, maybe you work in a large organization and you have suddenly developed a one-on-one friendship with somebody at work that you just didn't see coming, and suddenly you guys have got close. Maybe you are maybe your goals are changing. Maybe you're having a realization about your goals. The 11th house is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. What is it that you're striving towards? What are your manifestations? Because you could be suddenly changing your goals. You could be having a realization about your goals. Your goals to do with your partner could be changing. Or you're just having some sort of realization about them. Something random could happen with a friendship. I don't want to say, I mean, the full moon is not badly aspected, so I don't want to say that you could fall out with a friend. But it's more likely that you're going to be doing something with a friend. You could be doing something to do with charity or humanitarian work with this in the 11th, something just randomly. You're just going to go and run for charity. You're doing a raffle. Something humanitarian could also be an option of this for some of you as well. The full moon itself is being supported by Neptune in your 9th. So this is, connection to developing your mind. And it's trining Pluto in the 7th again. So you're building relationships with this realization or this busyness in groups in this group or this organization. This new thing you're doing as a group is being supported by Pluto in your 7th. So potential for new connections, new one-on-one connections, or your partner is involved in some sense, I would say, your romantic partner. Okay, Cancer, you guys get the 9 of Air. So there could be some anxiety coming up around this, whatever this is. I'm going to read you the positive affirmation for the 9 of Air. Shifting negative self-talk to self-compassion, from fear to possibility, a call to faith. With a gentle, mellifluous voice, I tell myself that I will be okay and that I am okay, and that any fear is merely false evidence appearing as real. I forgive myself because I know I'm a human trying the best I can and need only call on spirit to remember that I can and will do better as new possibilities begin to gather on my horizon. So, for example, if something's happened, okay, we'll use my example again. So, for example, if I'm feeling anxious about the money I've just spent on my new gym membership, I could say to myself, I need to forgive myself, okay? I need to forgive myself and all will be okay. So, Cancers, if you are feeling anxious about something going on with a friend, an organization, something that you've done that's impulsive, don't be hard on yourself, that card is saying. Please let me know in the comments how this is manifesting for you. Okay, Leo and Leo rising. You guys are experiencing, there's the full moon in your 10th house of career. So this is a change. For some of you, this is a change in career. For some of you, could randomly quit your jobs. For others, you could randomly apply for a new job. So it's just, yeah, it could be like you randomly apply for a new job. You randomly get approached for a new job. Perhaps you do something random at work. So something unexpected could happen in your working environment. Especially because Venus is in your 6th house of your co-workers. So maybe one of your co-workers is being unusual, showing up in some sense, or you're just doing something with a co-worker. You're maybe, I mean, Venus in your 6th is beneficial for your health, but it has been squaring Neptune. So maybe you've had to maybe you've actually not been very well with Venus in your 6th squaring Neptune, and therefore you've had to take a day off sick. It could be just something like that, and maybe it's unusual because you never take a day off sick. For some of you, if your status is changing, so it could be that, you know, you're suddenly becoming a parent, and so your routines are having to change. You're suddenly getting married and your routines are changing. You've got engaged and now you want to focus on your body, your fitness, how you physically look. There could be something happening at work that is encouraging you to focus on your self-care in some sense. Maybe you're deciding that you're having a realization and you're thinking, actually, I really need to focus on my health, my routines, my self-care during this time, okay? Because the full moon itself, you know, it's being supported by Neptune, which is in your 8th house. And it's trining Pluto in your 6th. So again, this is, you're getting support from work, but with the trine to Neptune in your 8th, it's like, this is quite sensitive energy. Neptune in the 8th is maybe encouraging you to focus on what you truly need psychologically. So for some of you, it could be there's some stress going on at work and you're just being encouraged to, like I said, focus on your self-care in some sense. Now, what else could that be? It could be that you have to take a day off because of something to do with your pets. Venus in the 6th, I'm thinking of the other 6th house themes. This is to do with like your pets as well as your routines and how your day to day can look. But it's like something to do with your work, and your work and your routines could be changing, or you're having a realization around your career. Maybe you're being headhunted. So let me know, Leo, what you think this could be. Maybe you're having to take a day off because one of your kids is sick. Something like that. Something like that. So let's pull a card for you guys. King of Air. We've got another air card. Interesting. Interesting. King of Air. I haven't had him for ages. I'm going to read you the positive affirmation, if we can find the page. Intellectual authority, reason over instinct, intellect over passion, and successful negotiation, rules and laws. Truth is everything. I think before I act. I work the universal laws with clear intention. Do I see how the foundations of the past affect the present and the future? Intellectual authority, reason over instinct. So this is very much thought based. So this is very much, maybe you guys, some of you are actually really needing to make a decision under this. Maybe you're needing to make an important decision to do with your career around this time. Let me know in the comments what you think this could be, Leo. Virgo and Virgo rising. This full moon in Taurus is happening in your 9th house of your beliefs, of your travel, of expanding your mind, of publishing, and of the law. So this is going to be a realization. So maybe your beliefs about something are changing. The 9th house is our higher mind, okay? So it's like, what have you learned? What are your thought processes? The sun is moving through your 3rd in Scorpio at the moment. So it's like thinking deep, but there's this element of Uranus, like sudden realization. It's like, oh, it's a sudden realization. Now, conjunct Uranus is something unexpected. So for some of you, could be traveling somewhere random with a romantic partner. For some of you, your mind is developing in terms of your religious or spiritual beliefs. Okay, your mind is developing. For others, you are publishing something or broadcasting something. If you've been working on something, you're putting it out there into the world. It could be a passion project, a creative project, because Venus rules this and she's in your 5th house of passion creation. She's in your 5th house of love and dating and romance. So again, for a lot of you, this could be you're suddenly going on holiday or you're just booking a random trip with a romantic partner. You could be teaching something. You're teaching something to somebody that you're really passionate about. You're traveling for a hobby. You're traveling for something to do with your children, or you're having to do some paperwork or some sort of, because the 9th house is like law, but paperwork, so it's like passports and documents, those kind of things. So maybe you're having to publish something, maybe you're having to organize something like that for a child. That could also be a possibility. What else is the 9th house? If you've been learning something, this could be the finalization of learning something, or you're suddenly thinking, oh, actually, I really want to go back to school. I really want to go back to school to study something that I enjoy. That could also be it. And it's going to be something that comes out of the blue with Uranus. But do think back to what happened 6 months ago in this house, and how is this connected? You get the 3 of Earth. This is about kind of connections with others, but this is a money card. This is a resources card. I'm going to read you the positive affirmation. So 3 of Earth is teamwork, building on solid foundations, group efforts, and dedicated collaboration. What I am building is grounded in a solid foundation, so I know I can trust that it will not slip away suddenly. I am joined by others in coordinated efforts to bring forth what we have chosen to co-create. The architecture of my dreams is becoming tangible, taking shape before me, and I share my joy and pride with my partners and supporters. Teachers and students, we are all learning, growing, and building collaboratively. So yeah, maybe you guys are really like expanding your mind, or you're just learning something around this time, but it's encouraging you to kind of be part of a group. For some of you, this will be teaching people what you know, what you've learned. So I hope that goes well, Virgo. Libra and Libra rising. This full moon in Taurus is happening in your 8th house. So this is a more sensitive one for you guys. I mean, Taurus is still stable, okay, but the 8th house is emotional. So you guys, out of the signs, are probably going to be feeling quite emotional around this. This could be something financial for a lot of you. It will be something financial for a lot of you. So this is a sudden, you're coming into money. You're suddenly coming into money. It could be an unexpected inheritance. It could be an unexpected loan. Your partner could suddenly give you some money. A family member could suddenly give you some money because Venus rules this and she's in the 4th. It could be that you're suddenly having to borrow money to pay for something in the home. You're suddenly having to borrow money to home renovate, to fix something in the home. You're suddenly having to borrow money to help a family member out. or it could be that they're helping you out, okay? But there's some sort of unexpected financial situation coming up. For some of you, this could be something unexpected in terms of taboo subjects. So seeing a ghost, hearing clairvoyant sounds, hearing voices, you know, for some of you, not all of you that are into that, it could be just an unexpected realization around taboo subjects. You could be randomly randomly having a tarot reading, randomly having an astrology reading in somebody's home with Venus in the fourth. You could be realizing something about your self transformation and how far you've come. The eighth house is endings and beginnings. How have you transformed? How far have you come? And it's a sudden realization. The Uranus element here makes me think that it's just something more unexpected, though. So that's why I think for a lot of you it is going to be financial. But then you've got this tie to the fourth house. This is your inner emotional world. Maybe you're having a realization around your emotions, what you need to be comfortable. But the full moon is being supported by Pluto in your fourth house. So again, it could be something to do with a family member or to do with your home. And it's being supported by Neptune in your sixth house of work. So it could be that you have to spend some money on something, but actually, you know, Neptune in the sixth is like, but it's fine because you can afford this because you have a regular income, something like that. But it's for a lot of you, it's going to be financial. So do let me know in the comments, Libra, what this is. Is somebody lending you money? Are you having to pay for something? That just came out. The Magician. Whoa. This is alchemy. The eighth house. This is the card for the eighth house. Because this is all about. Have I got that right? Let me read you what it says. I don't want to say more. Yeah, this is alchemy, the alchemy card. So that's exactly, because this is the energy of Scorpio. This is in your eighth house, transformations. And this is the card of alchemy, like changing something, transforming something. It says, when I am in alignment with Spirit's will, miracles are possible. When I see this card, I'm reminded that my will and skill alone will yield limited results. When I remember my partnership with Spirit, all is well. I am required to explore my commitment to this co-creative alchemic relationship and see the results manifest beautifully. Through me, Spirit works magic. So basically, it's asking you to trust. Okay, the eighth house is trust. You guys need to trust during this time. Let me know how it goes. Scorpio and Scorpio rising. So this is happening in an angular house, guys. So you guys are going to feel this quite strongly. This is something unexpected happening within a partnership. So this could be a random trip with your partner. You could be suddenly traveling somewhere that you hadn't planned it. You just suddenly decided you're going to go travel somewhere. You could be unexpectedly, you could be kind of having random conversations, a conversation that you didn't see coming with a partner, because the ruler of this is in your third house of travel, of community, of the neighborhood. You and your partner could suddenly be doing something within your community. You could be suddenly joining something within your community. You and your partner could be suddenly, like I said, going on a trip, taking a trip somewhere. Maybe something random has happened to your partner that's involving their car or involving something within the community that's got something to do with you as well. But it's something unexpected. So your partner, it could be something unexpected for your partner, or it could be something unexpected for you with your partner. But it's to do with communication or traveling around or joining something or learning something. Maybe you and your partner are going to suddenly learn something, or you're going to, trying to think of, there's communication involved and technology. Maybe your partner's phone's broken, or maybe, something like that. For some of you, if you don't have a partner and this isn't romance, this is something unexpected with a client or a business partnership, or any significant one-on-one relationship is the seventh house, okay? And this is also contracts as well. But just something unexpected happening with a business partnership, something unexpected happening with a contract, something unexpected happening with a one-on-one friend. So like any of your significant relationships where there's just two of you. You could be having a breakthrough, or just something random's happening and you're deciding to, like, go on a trip, or just do something. Maybe it's involving a sibling or a relative, because the third house is relatives and Venus rules this and she's over here in the third house. But for some of you, it could just be, you know, a random conversation happening, and because of that, you're having a light bulb moment. The full moon itself is being supported by Pluto in your third. So this is about how you connect, how you communicate with people. It's also being supported by Neptune in your fifth. So again, this makes me think it's probably a romantic partner. Neptune in the fifth is how are we seeing things clearly with romantic partners. So it could be a realization for you guys that you are, you know, are you seeing things clearly? What is it you value within relationships? Because this is Taurus, and we're asking ourselves what we value. Sorry, I just had to have a drink. And Venus in Capricorn is asking us to think about our goals within a relationship and asking ourselves, you know, is this person serious about me or not? That kind of thing. You guys get the Seven of Air, or it's a bit more of a tricky card, that one. We're getting a lot of air cards these past few times. I mean, Uranus rules Aquarius, which is air. So it's, yeah, it's the higher, it's the mind. Uranus is the higher mind. So for some of you, it's thought-based. Seven of Air. I will read you the positive affirmation. Independence, non-conformity, living life on one's own terms without people pleasing. So for some of you, this could be a breakup. Now is the time for me to live life on my own terms. So I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of groupthink and attending to my own needs. Diplomacy with others can help me be true to my call to do what I know I must do for myself. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be like a sudden need for independence within your relationships. Light bulb moment, Georgie. Uranus is independence. And transiting through your seventh house, there's going to be this constant need for you to have your independence. Okay. Now, what happened 6 months ago, Scorpio, when Jupiter was here? Did something random happen? Jupiter rules your second house of finances, so actually that, but also rules your fifth house of romance. Yeah, so there's this like desire or need for independence in some sense, or you're feeling rebellious. You're just feeling rebellious. Let me know in the comments what's happened. I need to know, Scorpios. I know you don't like to give much away, but can you just message me privately or something? Thanks. Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. This full moon in Taurus is happening in your sixth house. Sorry, the moon's actually not come down here because I'm wiggling the chart around, but it is happening here in your sixth house. Hold on, let me see if I can move it the other way. There we go. Sixth house. So yes, a realization of busyness, something random happening at work. So for some of you, you could randomly quit your job. You could feel rebellious in the workplace. You could feel like you just are desiring the need for independence in your daily routines and your working environment. And because of this, you're going to do something out of the blue that you didn't see coming, even yourself. Okay. It could be a realization about your money, because Venus rules issues in your second of finances. So it could be that you're realizing something to do with your work and your money. You're thinking about how much you make. You're realizing how much money you make, or there's just some focus here on your finances and your working environment. Now, for some of you, you could be changing your routines. So your routines are changing, your physical health, your self-care. You're going to do something random for your self-care, because the sixth house is our self-care. Taurus is self-care, but the sixth house is like, what are we doing for our physical body? What are we, you know, what are our routines around caring for our physical body? So under this full moon, you guys might do something random. So like you might go to the spa. You're probably going to want to do like face masks or get comfy or just really look after your physical health. But it's going to be something out of the blue. So that's why I think it could be that you suddenly randomly go to the spa, or you're going to suddenly spend some money on something for your self-care, for your physical body. For others, it could be something unexpected happens with a pet and it's going to cost you money. Especially think back to what happened 6 months ago when Jupiter was here also. What was the random thing that occurred? Jupiter rules you, and it also rules your fourth house. So What changes have you had in the home during the last 6 months, Sagittarius? Because Saturn's here as well. What changes have you been experiencing in the home, and how are you realizing how these changes are going to come about? So are you changing your job? Are you now working from home? Are your routines are changing in some sense, and you're having a realization about this, and maybe it's affecting your finances and you're just thinking more about your money goals under this full moon in Taurus. Okay, because Venus in Capricorn is you're organizing your finances, you're wanting to get things in order for this potential change that's coming in your working environment, and you are being asked to have strength, to be brave. This is the strength card. This is the card of Leo, actually, which is a fellow fire sign, but it's all about being brave, just going for it. Endurance. I'll read you the positive affirmation. It says, I can go the distance and I know that everything occurs in divine appropriate timing. I have courage as I manifest miracles. When I allow spirit to work through me, I am strong enough to move mountains and I overcome any obstacles inside or out. Maybe you guys need a bit of strength at the moment. I know you've got Saturn in your fourth, which hasn't been easy. You're just being encouraged just to keep going. So I hope it goes well. Capricorn and Capricorn rising. You guys are experiencing this full moon in Taurus in your 5th house. So for some of you, this is going to be romance related. It could be an unexpected romance, an unexpected date. It could be an unexpected date night with your partner, or your partner is doing something random, or you and your partner are doing something together that's out of the blue. Like maybe you're going somewhere with your partner, maybe you're going on a date night and it's out of the blue. What happened 6 months ago? Did anything happen 6 months ago with your partner? Because this is kind of a culmination of this. It could be changes within your relationship status for some of you, especially with Pluto retrograding back into your 1st house, because you're taking back your power. So changes within your relationship status. Maybe your romantic partner is behaving unusual, or something random happens. Let me think. Where is Sagittarius? So it rules. So something that's been going on behind closed doors could cut that. I'm trying to think what happened 6 months ago when Jupiter was here. So something random that was happening behind closed doors could have come up for you 6 months ago. Also rules your communication. So maybe issues around communication with a partner. Themes around communication with a partner could be part of this full moon. Now, if this isn't romantic for you, this could be something to do with children, something to do with creativity. So for some of you, it could be an unexpected pregnancy, because Venus is in your 1st house of your physical body. For some of you, you are doing something, a random hobby. Maybe you're, starting a new hobby. Maybe you're really thinking about, actually, what is it that I love, that I want to do, and you're going to go and do it, and it's going to be random, and it's going to be rebellious, and it's going to be kind of out there and wacky. And with Venus moving through your 1st, you've got more confidence and creativity, and you've got that energy in you to be more sociable. So maybe you're just going out and you're kind of, either going on a date night, like I said, but it could just be that you're going to do a hobby, or you're going to do something you enjoy. The 5th house is your passions. So it could be that you're starting something creative, or you're finishing up a creative project. You're actually releasing a creative project that you've been working on into the world. 5th house is also your children. Again, so for some of you, it could be a pregnancy, but for some of you, it could be something random happening with your child. You're going on a random trip with your child. You are getting on better with your child. Communication is going better with your child, because this is sextiling Neptune in your 3rd, which is compassionate communication with your child. So maybe, things are just going better. Trining Pluto in your 1st. Again, a lot of you, this could be like, if you guys are getting pregnant, let me know. But for some of you, it's going to be a sense of, relationships and taking back your power. Something random happening within a relationship. Let me know if you know what this is, Capricorn. Please, write in the comments. Tell us what is going on for you guys. Okay, we have the 7 of water. Okay, so this is about, let me show you the card. This is about having lots of options and not necessarily knowing what to do, or being encouraged to just kind of make sure that you spend time thinking about which one you want to go after. So I'll read you the positive affirmation. 7 of water. So this is, again, this is creativity for some of you. It's imagination, fantasy, artistic endeavors, co-creative abilities unleashed, because the 5th house is our creativity, okay? So now is the time to tune into the infinite possibilities that exist and begin to play with them. Everything begins in the world of imagination, and I seize the opportunity to dream. I allow my intuition and desire to blend in an alchemic way, forming something new. Castles in the air can become castles on the ground, but when I release rigidity, bend the rules, and remain flexible and open. Limitations and boundaries give way for manifestation. Spirit never doubts the power of possibility and never will I. So that card particularly is obviously very creative, and it's encouraging for some of you that you might be, you know, releasing creative project into the world or just following your passions in some sense. So good luck with that, Capricorn, and let me know in the comments how this full moon is coming out for you. Aquarius and Aquarius rising. This full moon in Taurus is happening in your 4th house of your family, of your home. And this is going to be something random happening. So within your home environment. So something unexpected, something coming to light, something, it could be the ending of something. It could be a family secret coming out, because the ruler of this is Venus and she's in your 12th house. So for some of you, it's going to be a family secret. For some of you, one of your family members are going to be doing something rebellious, something random, perhaps behind closed doors. Perhaps they are, I mean, worst case scenario, they're going somewhere far away. They're going to, you know, visiting a hospital. The full moon itself isn't badly aspected, so it doesn't look like anything bad. It's looking more like something financial. So it could be that there's a hidden bill. Something within your home happens and you're having to dig out money from behind closed doors or something to pay for it. It could be that you are randomly doing something with your family, but you're doing it in secret, in private. Okay, so you guys are, you know, you guys are having a pamper session. You guys are having a pamper session behind closed doors. It could just be something as simple as that, because that's very Taurian, but there's an element of doing something within the home environment. So a change, sudden happening, something like that. It's trining Pluto in your 12th house. So this is our subconscious mind. This is our mental health. So it could be that there's an element of mental health to do with a family member. It could be that you're digging up something from the past, or something from the past is coming out of the closet. The full moon itself is being supported by Neptune in your 2nd house of money. Neptune rules TV. So again, it could be that you guys are all having a little kind of cozy TV film night, something like that. But there's just a focus here on, yeah, just things being private, things being behind closed doors, but there's also something random going on. So let me know, Aquarius, if you know what this is. What is going on behind closed doors at the moment? That's making you rebel, or bringing you outside your comfort zone in some sense. You guys get the 7 of air as well. Maybe you're a bit anxious about this, whatever it could be. Some of you, this won't apply, you know, these cards will not apply to everyone, because everyone's situations are different. But the 7 of air, independence, non-conformity, living life on one's own terms without people pleasing. So again, I can't remember who had it. Scorpio had this card. So this is like, do you want to rebel within your family? Have you had enough and you just want to go away? Maybe you want to go on a retreat because you've had enough. Maybe you are going on a spiritual retreat and your family are like, where are you going? That could be what it is. So now is the time for me to live life on my own terms. So I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of groupthink and attending to my own needs. You're going to need some form of escapism. Okay, go and shut yourself in the bathroom, have a really deep bath, do a face mask and a hair mask. Diplomacy with others can help me be true to my call to do what I know I must do for myself. Self-care, Aquarius, you need some self-care right now. That is what that card is telling me. Let me know in the comments how this is manifesting for you. Pisces and Pisces rising. This full moon in Taurus is happening in your 3rd house. Okay, so this is something unexpected. Some of you, your car's going to be breaking. For some of you, your travel is going to change. So how you get about your vehicle, your mode of transport, it could break. Something could break, something could happen that's unexpected. It's out of the blue. And it could cost you money because obviously this is in Taurus, so it's unexpected expenditures. For some of you, the way that you're traveling around could change. It could be that you're going on a sudden trip. It could be that you're going on a sudden trip with friends. It could be that you are randomly joining some form of something within your community, some form of organization, because Venus is in the 11th. So the story I told you earlier, if you listen to the beginning of the video, my partner is a Pisces, and we randomly joined our local David Lloyd gym, and it's in our neighborhood. It's literally on our estate, 2-minute walk from our house. So randomly we signed up, which would make sense with the money spending, and it's an organization with Venus ruling this in the 11th. For some of you, this is going to be something to do with siblings and relatives, like something unexpected happening with a sibling or a relative. But for a lot of you, this is travel stuff. Okay, so it's local traveling around, things to do with your neighborhood. Maybe you're being involved in your local school PTA, or the school are having some sort of fundraising, because that would tie in the 3rd and the 11th as well. Communication could be a part of this, like suddenly having an argument, suddenly having a rant, there's some form of unexpected form of communication. So just be careful, because this could be like sudden arguments, or for some of you, or just because this is your 3rd house is your mind, like a lot of you could be overthinking during this time, because Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, and Mercury is debilitated at the moment, but you could be feeling a bit erratic mentally during this time. Okay, but the full moon itself is being supported by Pluto in the 11th. Okay, so this is encouraging you to expand your group of friendships, expand yourself within organizations. Venus in the 11th is helping you make new friends. It's helping you join these organizations. Okay, it's helping you with friendships. So it could be that you're going on a random trip with a friend, something like that. But like I said, there could also be changes to travel and the way that you kind of go about your day. There could be some changes there. So let me know in the comments if you know what this is, Pisces. I hope it goes okay for you. Let's pull you a card. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I love hearing people's different stories of how things manifest, because it's just so interesting how things manifest. Obviously, your own chart always comes at the forefront before the collected chart. Oh my God, we're having more air cards. There's a lot of anxiousness around at the moment. 9 of air. Okay, so shifting, Pisces, negative self-talk to self-compassion, from fear to possibility, and a call to faith. With a gentle, mellifluous voice, one of the other signs got this card, I can't remember who it was. I tell myself that I will be okay, that I am okay, and that any fear is merely false evidence appearing as real. I forgive myself because I know I am a human trying the best. Oh, Cancer got this. The best I can. I need only call on spirit to remember that I can and I will do better as new possibilities begin to gather on my horizon. That's so funny that Cancer got that card, and now Pisces have got that card. I'm only laughing because I'm a Cancer rising, my partner is a Pisces, and we've both got the same card. And I feel like Spirit are trying to tell us it's okay that we've joined this new gym membership. Right. So take that as you will, guys. So self-compassion, speak kindly to yourself, Pisces. I know that you do have a tendency to be hard on yourself, so do take that card and believe that whatever's going on, everything will be okay. Talk kindly to yourself, words manifest, speak positive affirmations all the while. Let me know how it goes. If you got value from this, give it a thumbs up right now. Click that like button, because I'm pretty sure it helps push out the video to people that need it. Do subscribe so you don't miss future content from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.